Hey guys, I got home from work today and I had another package at the door. I thought I knew what it was, so I was really excited, so I already opened it. So I know what this one is. I've got it up here in front of me. It's one of those cheap Chinese e-packages. And it's actually really well packaged. So this is an interesting one. Let's open it up and see what this one looks like. So this is one that I saw actually pop up a few times on eBay, AliExpress, Wish, Amazon, all over the place. They ranged anywhere from like $5 to like 10 or 12 bucks or something like that. I actually found one on Wish.com. The one I got here, I believe I paid $4 and $1 for shipping, so $5. Well packaged. It came to my house like this. Open it up already, like I mentioned. A lot of good bubble wrap for Lila to pop. You guys ever seen one of these? It says I have seen it on TV, but this is listed on Wish.com. New fashion outdoor fishing tool, rechargeable twitching fishing lures, bait, USB recharging cords, soft. Right now it's up here on Wish.com, $6. You can choose a couple of different colors on here. Right now there's a light blue and a blue. Like I said, you can see it on eBay and on Amazon, a couple other places too. I had to try it, see if this thing works. But thought I'd open it up and just take a look at it. But what is it? It's a rechargeable twitching lure. Basically here on the description, it actually doesn't say a whole lot. 100% new and high quality. Color is shown in the picture. Materials ABS. Talk to the packaging. What does it say on here? 4-inch electronic tournament legal fishing lure. Tournament legal. It's got an asterisk next to it. Guess it depends on the tournament you're in. As seen on TV, it's a decent looking little jerk bait with a USB charger on it. On the back of it, switch to the twitch. VibraStrike technology triggers genetic DNA program instinct to strike, charges in minutes. Glows in the dark, twitches, flashes, and buzzes in water to mimic wounded bait fish. Hand-painted top quality lure. Sharpest triple grip hooks. Works for day or night fishing, lake, stream, and surf. Glows in the dark. Big and small, catches them all. Bass, stripers, trout, salmon, flounder, and much more. How to use. Unplug the rechargeable connector on bottom of the lure. Plug in the enclosed USB to an adapter outlet, just like a cell phone, it says. Charges in minutes. Place in water for all-day action. Automatically activates. Just cast and catch. And of course, please review local rules and regulations prior to fishing. Let's open this up and see what this thing looks like. So there's the front. There's the back. From China. Wonder if this thing works. So, package is open. I've never gotten one of these before. I don't really know what to expect. You got the packaging card here. It's got some like instructions on it. How to use, how to recharge, frequently asked questions. So you got that. So maybe you have to keep that. So if I guess you get one, don't cut it all open and rip it apart. And then you basically have a little Ziploc with these two little rubber silicone looking caps in them. And then your lure. And then your USB cord. Interesting. So, that's what you have right here. So, looking at the instructions on here. Number 1, remove the lure and recharging cord from the box. Plug the charging cord into any USB port. So you'll plug this in. Remove the waterproof rubber cover covering the recharging input underneath your twitch. So that's what these are. I guess you get a couple little spare ones. It's got a little cap on it here, really rubbery. Pull that off. Put the plug on the recharging cable into the charging input. A red light will go on to include it, to indicate it's charging. So basically you just plug it in, I guess. Like that. We get a cord and see what this looks like when it's charging. So right here, I've got a power outlet. Let's take a look. I've got it plugged in on the lure. Plugging it in. So it should be hot. So, I've got it plugged in now. A red light will go on to indicate it's recharging. I don't see the light. So guys, I just tried to turn the lights out and see the lure finish itself, because it's not really a transparent finish. It's got a pretty thick finish on it. When I turn the lights out, this is what it looked like. Now it is on charge. See how well y'all can see that? Can you see that kind of? How about there? I don't know how well this shows up on camera, but there is a interior red little LED or something in there, right there. It's actually glowing. So this thing is right now charging. Let's give it some time and throw it in a tub or something. So, sink's full of water. There's your lure. Fully charged, got the little plug on the end right here, the little cap. Let's toss it in and see what happens. Haha! So it's vibrating and it's lighting up. Pretty cool. So I guess, you know, since it's a jerk bait, it senses the water and senses the shaking action. Pretty bright little light on it. Pretty nice little vibration, but not a ton. More loud than it is vibrating, but light's pretty cool. There you go. Thing definitely does light up and vibrate a little bit. Not sure how it's gonna work in the water though as a jerk bait, but so far so good. So I put this little guy really through its paces. Took it out last night in the dark. The leader on this video footage here with my water wolf isn't the greatest. You can still see the light, but I probably had too much leader on it to really see it in that darker conditions. So I went back out with it today, right before sunset, pretty bright outside. Shortened the leader on it a little bit, and I just wanted to get a little bit of footage of this thing underwater. Unlike my third cast, you'll see right here, I actually got a nice little smallmouth, and it's actually on the water wolf camera too. So this, for a cheap little gimmicky as seen on TV lure, it actually works. But personally, just some feedback on it. The lure works well. It has a really inconsistent retrieve on it. It's a jerk bait. It's not the most consistent for cranking, fast cranking. It's got a really super wide wobble on it, and every now and then it'll kink and roll a little bit. So action-wise, it's not that great. The hooks on it, halfway decent hook actually. It's a little bit, I don't know, it's almost like feels like a saltwater grade hook. So it's a halfway decent grade hook on it. Not super sharp. The finish itself, not very good. It's already scratched up. Actually, when I got out of the package, it had some scratches on it. The little black dots on it are already starting to come off a little bit. But heck, I could probably repaint it. Actually, it'd be pretty cool. But the way it runs, it doesn't run the most true. But the thing's got some crazy action underwater. And as soon as it hits the water, that vibration starts and the light goes off. So again, I caught a fish on it this afternoon after work in all of like 2 minutes. Not bad. The thing went right after, just chomped it. That being said, when I buy one, heck, I'd try it. If you can get a good deal on it like I did for about $5-6, I'd jump on it. It's pretty cool. It's interesting. I'm going to the kayak fishing jamboree this weekend with Lila. Bet you this thing will tear up some stripers, especially early morning or in the evening or in dark. As for the electronic action of it, the thing really works. Last night, the problem I had was I'd throw it, I'd cast it, it would hit the water, and it would only vibrate for like 4 seconds maybe, so maybe not even the entire retrieve, and then stop for about 5 seconds, and then start over again for about 4 seconds. Wasn't really a long enough vibration. Hits the water, and then before you really started cranking on it, or if you let it sit at all, it was done vibrating. Today, though, when I took it out, it pretty much didn't stop vibrating from the time I started casting it. Once I caught that bass on it, I don't know what he did. He kind of tweaked maybe the sensor, the switch inside of it, but this puppy wouldn't stop vibrating. Well, we had time to land the fish, unhook the fish, drive to dinner, eat dinner, go back to the car, run into the store and run some errands, come back out to the car, and it took that long for this thing to stop vibrating. So either now it just stopped vibrating, or the battery in it, charge is dead. I'm assuming probably charge is dead. That being said, the thing does vibrate, and it does work. Not a really heavy vibrate, but you can, it shimmies a little bit, vibrates a little bit. But maybe that was enough to really kind of piss that bass off and bite on it. But yeah, for a gimmicky, cheap overseas lure, again, your twitching lure, as seen on TV, that thing does actually work. So pretty cool, especially when I use a cheap Chinese lure and I get it on the water wolf and I actually catch a fish. So thanks for watching. If you haven't already, like we asked you, be sure to click and subscribe to the Fishyaker YouTube channel. Like us on Facebook. You can follow me at John Oast on Twitter, on Instagram, and all that good stuff. We'll have more coming to you. We'll probably have some video from this weekend down at Wildwood. So keep watching. Thanks, guys, and tight lines.
Fishyaker.com, the original kayak rigging video series.